Welcome to Local Discovery, Explore Florida and Georgia, the show where we take you to the most fun and interesting places around. I'm Julianne.
And I'm Sarah. Join us as we learn and discover new and exciting things to do right here in our great states.
And this year we're traveling in style with these RVs lent to us by Horizon RV Center in Lake Park.
And I'm super excited because I get to bring my entire family along with me for this trip. And with this RV, there's plenty of room for all 6 of us. So it's kind of like taking our home on vacation right along with us.
And mine's the perfect size for just a traveling couple and super easy to tow anywhere. I can't wait to get going and start having fun.
But let's hit the road and go exploring. We're starting our trip right here in Lake Park, Georgia. It feels like I'm taking a piece of home with me in this roomy camper from Horizon RV. I know that kids can't wait to curl up in the bunk beds and play a game around the table. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. One of the things on my bucket list is loading up the family in an RV for a fun camping adventure. And what better place to start than Lake Park Campground? Hi, Jim.
Hi, Sarah.
Thank you so much for having us here at your beautiful campground.
My pleasure. I'm glad you're here.
We are too. And you know, I'm going to have a lot of questions for you because we are first-time campers.
That is not a problem at all. We have a lot of people that have never camped before and bought new campers. I live on site, so if they have any questions or need help setting up, I can just come down. I'm only a phone call away, so.
Oh, that's so good.
Makes it nice.
Yeah, especially for your first experience.
Right.
Okay, so you know we're in a camper, but what are the options if you want to stay here?
Well, we have a lot of pull-through sites, large and small, long enough to where they can leave their, tow vehicles, on the camper if they need to be here just for the one night. Mm-hmm. We also have a large tenting area for groups or organizations, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. For first-time campers, say they didn't get to the big stuff yet.
Right.
We have a couple of really nice rustic cabins, which means you just bring your own pillows and blankets, and they're all set up for you.
I love that you also you can try out, you can rent a camper.
Well, say you've never camped before in a camper, and we have a couple that we rent out by the weekend. And get your feet wet a little bit and see if you like camping, and maybe then you'll know whether you're going to invest or not.
Absolutely.
So.
And looking around here, it seems like there are lots of things to do for fun and just to relax.
There really is. On site here we have a beautiful catch and release lake with catfish, bass, and panfish. No license required because it's privately owned.
Perfect.
And we have some really nice paddle boats down there that they can rent by the hour and paddle around the lake and do a little fishing if they want to go that way. We have a beautiful enclosed swimming pool, screened. Keeps the bugs out, so you can relax a little bit without that issue.
Absolutely. Shuffleboard, horseshoes, just lots of things.
Absolutely.
Tell me about the clubhouse.
Well, we have a new clubhouse we just built, and we're just starting now to do activities in there. We're doing potluck dinners and cookouts and little live music occasionally in there and such. There's a pool table, so if you want to just relax and play some pool, you can do that.
Great.
So.
And if you decide to venture out, I'm sure one of the big draws to this location specifically is that you're just really a hop, skip, and a jump away from some local attractions. Absolutely.
Wild Adventure is right up the street, like 8-10 minutes away. There's a beautiful little wave park just up the road a little from us as well. There's a lot of natural parks, state and local, Grand Bay. We have Crystal Springs not too far away. Those are free, which is nice. You can bring the whole family and it don't cost you a fortune.
Absolutely. Well, it sounds like a wonderful place. Thank you so much for your time today.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for being here.
All right. If you would like more information, you just need to go to the website, which is lakeparkcamping.com.
We're on the road again with our Clipper Cadet, and we're headed to High Springs, Florida, just north of Gainesville, to take in some small town comforts and beautiful natural wonders. From antiquing to cave diving, there's no shortage of opportunities for adventure. Now we're here with Christina Wright, the Community Redevelopment Agency Director here in the city of High Springs. So give us a brief history of High Springs.
Well, the city of High Springs is a historical community. We're very fortunate to have the longest continuously running theater in the country. In addition, we have the High Springs History Museum, which is where we are right now. We have a number of wonderful natural springs. We have Poe, Gilchrist Blue, as well as Jenny Springs, and folks travel from all over the world to come to see our springs.
Florida has more springs than anywhere else in the world. There are over 1,000 springs in Florida. They have different things that you can do there, such as kayaking or swimming or scuba diving. A lot of people actually come to Florida from out of state and out of country to visit our springs. The Flora Springs Institute is a nonprofit, and we run the North Florida Springs Environmental Center, which is where we are today. The Environmental Center is an outreach and education center. Folks can come in, ask questions about our springs. They can also peruse some of our exhibits and materials, which include a full manatee skeleton, a springs map that you can click on and learn more about some of the springs in the area. And we have a fish tank that has several fish species from our springs that you can learn about here and then be able to identify when you visit the springs on your own.
After a day at the springs, come into town and shop at any one of High Springs' unique stores.
Within our downtown alone, there's like 6 antiquing destinations. And we also have a wonderful farmers market. In addition to that, we have shops that not only make handmade items, but they also have hands-on workshops and classes. And one of the most interesting shops in High Springs is River Run Olive Oil Company.
Here at River Run Olive Oil, in addition to their premium oils and balsamics, they also offer a chef series on the 3rd Thursday of every month. This series features chefs from the local area demonstrating different recipes for guests to learn, and after it's all made, for everyone to sample. River Run Olive Oil Company always has a new supply of products, spices, and unique gifts such as shrubs, pickles, salsas, and olive wood dishes to use when dipping bread into any one of River Run's 58 premium olive oils and balsamic vinegars. Located in the heart of High Springs, River Run Olive Oil Company is a must-visit while in town. And after all that shopping, you have some great places to eat.
We have everything from high-end options to vegan, plant-based, locally grown options, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And a really popular option is the Great Outdoors.
The Great Outdoors has been around for 10 years in the heart of High Springs, and we serve the best American cuisine around. We here at the Great Outdoors offer an array of dishes, such as our blue cheese chips, our famous fried green tomatoes. We also have salads and steaks that are wet aged a minimum of 28 days. The Great Outdoors truly is a destination in High Springs. We have people who are enjoying day trips that come in, people from the Panhandle, the Keys, Tampa, Jacksonville coming in to dine with us regularly. The Great Outdoors is just a short ride from I-75, and all of the back roads coming around here lead straight to us.
We're very fortunate to have a gallery, and our gallery produces the annual Santa Fe Springs Plein Air Paint Out. Each year, a regional group of artists come to paint the springs, and their works are exhibited throughout galleries throughout the area. We also have Folk in the Springs, which is an annual event. Artists that are selected are very, very top-notch. In fact, this year we're very fortunate to have a 2-time Grammy nominee and a young woman who has an album that was just produced by the Carter Cash family. We're very fortunate to have a replica of 1890 to 1940 of the High Springs area, and lots of replicas and artifacts to preserve the history. There's a lot of educational and outreach programs, and lots of tours.
And High Springs is super easy to get to.
It really is. It's just 20 minutes from Gainesville and 5 minutes from I-75.
Perfect for a day trip.
Or a weekend getaway.
The High Springs Chamber of Commerce invites you to come experience the friendliest small town in Florida, High Springs, where nature, culture, and history flow freely. We've loaded up the Clipper Cadet and we're back on the road. After our last fun stop, I'm getting a little hungry, and I know just the place to go for some cold drinks and fresh seafood. It's time for a pit stop at Wahoo Seafood Grill. Next stop on our adventure is Wahoo in Tallahassee, and we're joined by owner Sean.
How are you today?
Good. So for those of us that don't know what Wahoo is, why don't you give us a little description?
Wahoo Seafood is a locally owned seafood restaurant. We started in Gainesville in 2013. We opened the Tallahassee location in 2015. We do all of our fish fresh. We butcher them on site. We use as much domestic seafood as we can possibly get our hands on.
Yeah, and everything is delicious, especially your lunch.
We do a great lunch. Most of our items start around $7.99. We do the New Orleans favorites it's the jambalaya, the etouffees, the shrimp and grits, the shrimp po' boys. We have a $7.99 hamburger that is unbelievable. In fact, it's a Zagat Award winner in 2014.
And it's incredibly convenient.
It sure is. Located right off the interstate, both locations. If you're meeting somebody from across town for a lunch, you can pop up on the interstate, whether it's I-75 or I-10, and you can get here quickly.
Especially great for those that are traveling.
Oh, for sure.
So I heard you have a great promotion coming up in June for lunch.
We sure do. Basically, we have our 15% off Wahoo lunch card. While supplies last, it starts June 1st. When you come in for lunch, go ahead and order your lunch, and then when you get finished with lunch, we're gonna give you this card. It's for 15% off. It's 15% off on any time you come in for lunch, as long as you have the card.
So I can basically use this until it falls apart.
And if it does fall apart, we'll give you another card.
Sounds like a great deal for the valued customer. And you're also a great place to host an event.
We have a banquet facility that holds up to 250 people, lunch meetings, weddings, baby showers. You have a party, we can accommodate you here in Tallahassee.
Well, now that we covered it all in Tallahassee, I guess we're off to Gainesville.
Let's go.
Now we're here at your great Gainesville location. So why don't you tell us about your dinner?
I know that most seafood places are thought of as just fry houses. 65% of our menu is not fried. So we do a lot more options that we can give people, healthier items, cleaner seafood. Boils are our claim to fame. The big, low country boils. And sit down with the family, eat your crawfish, eat your shrimp and the crab legs, and enjoy yourself. On our appetizer menu, we have a tuna poke that's an amazing dish. We've also got a seared wahoo, which is it's a raw product. So the healthy options here are vast.
And your salads are unlike any other.
You could make your own salad. I mean, we have 4 different beds, 23 different options as far as toppings go, 7 different protein options, 5 different cheeses.
So you can kind of create your own salad masterpiece.
That's exactly what we're trying to do.
Not only do you have delicious food, but this place is really fun.
Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays, we do live entertainment.
And throughout the week, you have a lot of drink specials.
We have an amazing happy hour, 3 to 7 every day. Beer specials, liquor specials, we run wine specials. On Tuesday nights, we do a free bottle of wine with a purchase of 2 entrees. Thursday nights, we do $3.50 margaritas, and those are even the flavored margaritas.
And you have bottomless mimosas.
Every Sunday for brunch.
And what better thing to accompany a delicious brunch?
We've got one of the best brunch menus in town. We've got some really talented chefs that have put together an incredible menu. We were able to bring some of the flavors from New Orleans and some of the other things that we've done. Our brunch is unique, and it's also, there's no wait usually, so you can usually get right on in and have your brunch.
Plus, you have a super convenient delivery option.
We use Bite Squad. We like the way that they monitor the food from the time it gets ordered all the way to the food getting delivered to your door.
And it definitely shows up nice and hot. So if you want some award-winning seafood and a great atmosphere, come to Wahoo Seafood in Tallahassee or Gainesville for lunch, brunch, or dinner.
Don't forget your lunch card.
Even though we have the wonderful Clipper Cadet from Horizon RV, a full day of road trip adventures can sure tire you out. But there's no better way to refuel your vehicle and yourself than a pit stop at a Busy Bee Travel Plaza. As you're traveling in North Florida and South Georgia, you may have noticed some billboards and wondered, what is Busy Bee? Well, it's a unique name for a place that almost defies description. On this beautiful day, we are here with Elizabeth Waring, the president and CEO of the Busy Bee. For those that haven't visited before, how would you describe the Busy Bee?
We're travel plazas that service our guests with fuel for themselves and their vehicles, and we have lots of different food offerings.
Not to mention, you have the best bathrooms.
Thank you very much, and we believe that our guests deserve to have the best. They're spacious, clean, beautiful, and we also have individual stalls, and we have granite and beautiful tile. We strive to keep our potties sparkling like a throne of your own.
Plus, you have everything that a truck driver would need.
We are part of the AMVETS program, which gives the truckers a discount for different things that they buy when they're on the road and they fill up with us. And we have a separate building that has their washer and dryer, a lounge area for them, as well as their showers, their own little facility.
Sounds like a pretty good treatment.
Yeah, it's almost like their little spa area.
And I saw something really cool outside, your Tesla charging stations.
We're so excited that we have the supercharging stations here, and we are the only place that has the charging stations on I-10 from Jacksonville to Tallahassee. And it's a great way to help our environment.
And when you're done filling your tank, you can fill your tummy. And Melanie's here to tell us all about the food.
Yeah, so we have 2 franchises in this location. We have Dunkin' Donuts and a Burger King. We have a lot of private label items. We have a gourmet line that has things like sauces, and we have dressings, moonshine barbecue sauce, jams and jellies, syrups, all kind of beef jerky. We have exotics like snake and alligator, a shark, all the different flavors, teriyaki, all different kinds. And we let you taste anything to make sure that it's something you want. We have all different flavors of honey. Anything that you desire, you'll have here if it has to do with honey.
Not to mention a lot of options for those with a sweet tooth.
We have some amazing fudge. We make it here. We have 25 different flavors. We have our truffles, and they are handmade. They're just beautiful. I mean, they look like a little piece of art.
And you have lots of candy.
Yes, we are a candy destination. We have a whole wall of candy, any flavor that you could think of. All kind of Jelly Bellies, M&Ms, all the nostalgic kind of candy that's fun to get that you had a long time ago.
And tell us about your Froby.
Yes, we have our own brand of frozen yogurt. Sometimes we also have a flavor of gelato and then also ice cream. There's 8 different varieties to choose from any day. So if you have a sweet tooth, this is the place to be.
You also have an amazing high quality gift section.
Yes, we have all different kind of gifts. We have dishes and jewelry and bags. We have volcano candles. We have a great line called Farm Fresh that has all different kinds of lotions and soaps that smell wonderful. And it's high quality gifts. As a matter of fact, the other day a customer stopped me and was telling me that he stops here for wedding gifts or birthdays or even anniversary because the quality is so high. It's not just a souvenir, it's a gift store, a boutique almost.
Well, I'm sure by now people are ready to come visit. How can they find you?
Well, we have 18 different locations, but 2 of them are conveniently located on I-10 exit 283 and 301.
And if they can't stop by, they can always go to your website.
ShopTheBusyBee.com, and then we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter under Shop the Busy Bee.
Now that you've seen that it's the bee's knees, I'm sure you'll agree that Busy Bee isn't just a stop along the way, it's a destination. We've got our truck gassed up and our RV packed, and we're ready to head out on our next adventure. A good road trip through Florida wouldn't be complete without a stop in the place where nature and culture meet. It's time to see what the city of Gainesville has to offer. Today we're visiting one of my favorite destinations in north central Florida. Gainesville is located in Alachua County, and this area is like no other place in Florida. Right now I'm taking you to 3 of my favorite places here in Gainesville, all of which are extremely family friendly. The first stop on our journey is the Florida Museum of Natural History.
The museum's a great destination. It's the official state museum of natural history, and we have all kinds of exhibits and activities for people of all ages. The butterfly rainforest is probably our most popular exhibit. It's outdoors, a lush, beautiful garden full of butterflies from all over the world. And every day we release butterflies that we've been raising in our laboratories, and just enjoying the gardens is my favorite thing to do. It's so peaceful. Our newest permanent exhibit is the Discovery Zone, which we spent a few years designing for kids 8 years and younger. So the exhibit is full of hands-on activities, and they're all aimed at learning about science. So you can pull in fish on a boat just like scientists do to identify them. And there's a simulated archaeology dig where kids can use a touch table to pretend they're an archaeologist. We also have a lot of other permanent exhibits. For example, our fossil hall with giant shark jaws and the skeletons of extinct creatures that once lived in Florida. And then we have a rotating slate of exhibits that are always changing, so there's always something new to see.
Our next stop is First Magnitude Brewing Company. It's a fun local hangout where the whole family can kick back and enjoy themselves.
First Magnitude Brewing Company is a 15-barrel production brewery featuring 18 of our own taps. We have an air-conditioned space here in the source, and then we also have a warehouse area where you can check out all the brewing equipment and see how our great product is made. We also have our beer garden, which features a stage where we routinely have live music. It also has a small play area for the kids that they can occupy themselves while their parents enjoy a pint. We wanted to create a space that families would be comfortable at. The parents can come together, enjoy each other's company, and where the kids can enjoy each other's company as well. We have a number of events on a regular basis, from live music to fundraisers, just hosting all different kinds of groups and local artists. First Magnitude refers to the wonderful freshwater springs that we have here in Florida. We thought it was a great idea to use our brewery to call attention to this resource and hopefully to help protect them. Being a great beer and strong community has always been a part of our core. There's always something interesting going on here in addition to the great beer that we serve.
Our last stop is one of the newest museums in North Central Florida, the Cade Museum for Creativity and Invention.
So we're standing in the original laboratory where Gatorade was first invented. And so I like to tell people the biggest ideas sometimes come from a very small place. The guiding principle at the Cade Museum, think like an inventor, meet an inventor, and finally be an inventor. The very center point in the whole Cade Museum is the Creativity Lab and the Fab Lab. That's where people really get to have the chance to be an inventor, to discover, to create things with their own hands. Kids, for the first time, can learn how to solder and do woodworking. We have 3D printers, we have laser cutters, little robots that they get to play with. We have an original printing press from 1830. The kids get to print their own newspaper print. The one permanent exhibit is the history of Gatorade, and it really highlights the global impact of Gatorade from 1965 to the present day. And there's something for every age group here. So we have one traveling exhibit now called Robot Zoo, and it really looks at what we can learn from animals in the ways of invention. Every 6 months, we will have a new exhibit in our traveling exhibit space. Here at the Cade Museum, our mission is to transform communities by inspiring and equipping the next generation of inventors, entrepreneurs, and visionaries.
With a combination of college town vitality and natural beauty, Gainesville, Florida, in the heart of Alachua County, is a truly one-of-a-kind destination. For more info, go to visitgainesville.com. We're loading up the Clipper Cadet and heading to Florida's historic coast. With over 40 miles of gorgeous beaches, top-rated hotels, and world-class golf courses, it's easy to see why more than 6 million visitors escape to St. Augustine and Ponte Vedra each year. Welcome to the oldest city in the United States and one of my favorite places, St. Augustine. Located just a short drive from anywhere in North Florida, St. Augustine and Ponte Vedra are perfect for a day visit or a beautiful vacation. Founded in 1565 by the Spanish, St. Augustine feels like a little slice of European charm nestled here on Florida's historic coast. With centuries-old buildings, horse-drawn carriages, it's an incredibly unique city. Our first stop for the day is the historic Castillo de San Marcos. The centerpiece of historic St. Augustine, there's plenty to explore at the Castillo. From the numerous rooms that once housed soldiers and prisoners, to the large interior courtyard and gun deck, which offers a great view of the city. Regular daily programs and park ranger-led tours are free with admission. And if you want to see something extra cool, come on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, and you can see live demonstrations of the cannons and muskets. What began as a bustling port town for merchants is one of the top vacation destinations of the South today, with plenty of great places to shop and eat. Right down the road from the fort is the oldest street in the United States, Avila Street. One of those great St. Augustine surprises with cafes, shops, and marvelous art galleries. From Avila Street, it's just a short walk to one of the most beautiful colleges in the country. Located in the heart of St. Augustine is Flagler College. Originally built in the 1880s by Henry Flagler and known as the Ponce de Leon Hotel. Designed for entertainment, relaxation, and grandeur, Flagler's Hotel first marked Florida as a tourism destination. Even though Flagler is no longer a hotel, there are still plenty of great places to stay in St. Augustine. We're visiting the Collector Luxury Inn and Gardens, a boutique hotel with the bed and breakfast charm but all the modern amenities.
Not any two rooms on this property are the same, and that's because they kept the integrity of every building. Anything that was historic was preserved.
If you want to unwind after a long day of exploring, our next stop's just for you. You may not know that St. Augustine was the first place that wine was produced in the U.S. So naturally, we had to check out San Sebastian Winer. They offer free tours and wine tastings every day of the week. On the weekend, enjoy the cellar upstairs, the wine and jazz bar located on their roof. So come check out their delicious wine. Just a few feet down the road is the St. Augustine Distillery, one of the few distilleries that you can visit in Florida. They offer free tastings and free tours daily, where you can try their award-winning rum, gin, vodka, and bourbon. See firsthand the production of their small batch spirits. Visit the Ice Plant Bar and experience their farm-to-table cuisine and cocktails. Welcome to the St. Augustine Alligator Farm Zoological Park, where you can discover a diverse collection of birds, mammals, reptiles, and all the species of crocodilian. Founded in 1893 and is one of the oldest zoos in the country. Alligator feedings, daily wildlife shows, and an awesome zip line and ropes course make the Alligator Farm one of St. Augustine's premier attractions. We are finishing off our very eventful day with my favorite place in St. Augustine, the beach. The St. Augustine area offers over 42 miles of continuous, beautiful coastline. When you're deciding which beach to go for your next trip, remember, the Atlantic Ocean offers more possibilities. Whether it's swimming, boogie boarding, or surfing, you can do it all. We had a fantastic time today, just exploring a fraction of all that St. Augustine has to offer. So get out there and explore St. Augustine and Ponte Vedra on Florida's historic coast.
Now we're headed down south to Yogi Bear's Jellystone Park Camp Resort in Madison, Florida, where the whole family can find their share of fun under the beautiful Florida sun.
How many times have you been on a family vacation only to get this? Well, we've made our way to a destination in Madison, Florida, where everyone can truly unplug. Hi, Tommy. Hi, Kathy. Hi. It's so good to see you all and to announce that you all are the new general managers here at Yogi Bear's Jellystone Park in Madison, Florida.
Yes.
And I know you were excited because this is an award-winning park, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes,
correct.
it is.
Yes, we just recently received the Excellent Award from the Yogi franchise, and we're also in the top 20 of Good Sound Parks. So we're proud of that, you know.
Yeah, and you should be. And Tommy, if you wouldn't mind just kind of explaining just the overview of this park.
Okay, this park has a lot of RV sites. We have 120 RV sites. We have 40-something cabins. We have tent sites. We have the primitive sites where you just come in tent, and we have rustic cabins. We have about any way you want to stay, we have it here at Yogi Bear. We have full kitchenettes. We have however you'd like to stay, we can provide a place for you to stay at Yogi.
That's great. And one of the big draws, Kathy, are the activities. So let's start with the water activities first. Describe those.
Yeah. Well, we have the Whibbit Lake behind us with a big Whibbit on it. Lots of fun. Also can use the circle, kayaks, and the paddle boards in there. And we have on the other side, we have the 60-foot water slide that everybody sees from the interstate with a lazy river and a splash pad. We have a pool. And so that's our water activities, but then we have other activities too as well. We have the goggle ball, basketball courts, we have a train ride, we have a wilderness train ride, we have the kiddie train, we have...
Tell me about the wilderness train ride.
That's our new thing we have here, and it's going to be going into a section of the park that no one's ever been in before. It's about a 30-minute train ride.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to use that actually more in the fall when it's cooler. But it's really going to be a neat experience. Every weekend we do a movie outside, and then like a beach weekend, we will do one by the lazy river. So they'll be floating around the lazy river while they watch a beach type movie.
Oh my goodness.
So they're family friendly movies, and we encourage families, mothers and fathers to be with their kids, and grandparents to be with their kids and do activities.
Because you have a family night.
Yes, we do. Night. Yeah, and that's based on bringing them in. We do keep the kids busy during the day where the parents can do other stuff, but then we want to bring them together and let them do stuff together as a unit, whether it's playing bingo together or trivia games or doing karaoke. We do that as a family group.
I've done that candy bar bingo, and that is fun and tasty if you win.
Yeah, we tend to give a lot of candy out to the kids on that one.
We also have a camp store here that has lots of stuff in it, meets all your needs. If you come in from a long ways off and you forget something, we have it here available. We have places that we sell food at. So just come out, enjoy the park, and have a great time.
Yeah, as you mentioned, you can get your essentials that you need there, and then also you have the fun area with you have ice cream cones and snow cones and milkshakes and all that. So
yeah, we don't want the mothers and dads to come the whole time and have to cook the whole time. So they can actually come and enjoy the park with their kids and have a good time. That way they're not stuck by the grill. They can come and just get something to eat, and we have pizza in the store as well. When the outside the restaurants are closed, we have that. So there's always food to have, and there's fun to have that way.
Sounds like you all have met every need of the family for this adventure.
We hope to, yes.
Okay, well, I think that Whibbit Lake, I need to go do a cannonball in there, because it's that hot. Yes. So thank you so much for your time. It's so good talking with you all. If you'd like to learn more, all you need to do is go to the website, which is JellystoneParkFLA.com.
This trip in our camper from Horizon RV has definitely been one to remember. We loved all the comfort and conveniences it provided. Check it out for yourself at Horizon RV in Lake Park, Georgia.
Well, we're out of time for today.
Thank you so much for joining us.
But although we have to say goodbye, no worries, because we're setting out to find new places to share with you next time.
So be on the lookout as we continue to explore Florida and Georgia.
And thanks again to Horizon RV Center for making this adventure possible. And thank you to you for coming along for the ride. Bye.
Bye.